Castlevania Rondo of Blood was originally released for the TurboGrafx 16 entertainment system and sadly never saw a release in Europe or North America. This changed with the arrival of Castlevania Chronicles X on the PSP and the 2.5 remake of Rondo of Blood. The game's story is set in the year 1792 and introduces Richter Belmont to the Castlevania universe. He is a direct descendant of Simon Belmont and the new wielder of the Vampire Killer Whip. Richter has to travel to Castlevania because a group of cultists resurrected Dracula. At least that's what the intro shows us. I don't know why the guy in the intro is talking German.
Und so begab es sich, dass nach 100 Jahren das Böse wieder Fleisch geworden war.
That's a little bit weird. The proper opening to the game sees Richter on his way to Castlevania just to be attacked by the Grim Reaper. Are you fucking serious? 10 seconds into the game and that guy already shows up? By progressing through the game, we learn that Richter's girlfriend, Annette, was kidnapped by the cultist's leader, the Dark Priest Shaft. I'm not kidding, that's his real name. This adds a little bit of extra motivation to our quest. We now have to fight our way through 7 different stages to save Annette and to destroy Dracula. We quickly figure out that Richter has some additions to the usual jump and whip combat. For one, he can do a neat backflip. Plus, after collecting enough hard ammunition, he can perform a so-called crash attack with his subweapon. These powerful attacks help me out a lot. I just don't know why Richter has to announce them like he's a Dragon Ball character. Hydrostorm! The usual Castlevania enemies are present too. You got your bats, skeletons, and Donkey Kong skeletons? Talking about enemies, Rondo of Blood also offers a wide array of bosses to fight. All of them are introduced in neat cutscenes. I won't list them all, but I have to say my favorite ones are those 2 fine ladies. And of course, there is the Grim Reaper. He's a lot easier compared to the previous games, and his death scene is goddamn satisfying. You will also run a little gauntlet of the bosses from the first game. That's pretty cool. Difficulty-wise, I would say that there is nothing new to Rondo of Blood. It felt a little bit easier as the previous installments, but maybe it just got better at the games. And here we go again. Spoiler alert. After Richter defeated Shaft and had to put down a corrupted Annette, it is time to kill Dracula once again. But there is a twist. Just as Richter is about to deliver the killing blow, Shaft's ghost zaps in and teleports the vampire away. That's a weird ending. Oh, that's right. Rondo of Blood also has different paths you can take, or have to take if you want to get the good ending. Richter has to free 4 different maidens kept in Castlevania. First, there is Maria.
Huh? There's some kind of inside me.
Yeah, she's kinda weird. She's also a playable character who has a neat double jump ability. Other than that, well, she kinda sucks. Next up are Terra and Iris.
You can only be the manifestation of God himself. A scratch like that in a place like this? And what if it gets infected, huh?
And last but not least, we have to save Annette. Rescuing all of them lets you fight against Shaft's ghost, and it also unlocks the final fight with Dracula. His final form can be a bitch, but that makes it so much sweeter once you beat him. The game ends with Castlevania collapsing for what feels the 100th time, and Richter and his new friend celebrating their victory. Now I have to keep myself short since time is running out. I really enjoyed Rondo of Blood. The story is nothing new, but Annette's kidnapping adds a little bit of flavor to it. The gameplay is good as always and shows that you don't have to reinvent the wheel once you've found a working formula. And like it's the case with every Castlevania game, the music is fucking sweet. I also have to mention that Rondo of Blood was the first Castlevania game to use voice acting. Is that really important to know? Not really. Altogether, I give Rondo of Blood 8 out of 10 shafts.